this part of the session, we'll be talking about the most important language teaching methods. The most important language teaching methods. 3 distinguished teaching methods. Okay? A method which is called grammar translation. We have another method called oral or audiolingual. I will write this on the board in a second. Okay, EFL methods. We have 3. Grammar, and notice how we write the word grammar. There is no what in the word grammar? E. There is no E in the word grammar. Please write the word grammar correctly. Grammar is spelled G-R-A-M-M-A-R. There is no E in the word grammar. Most of you write it with an E, and I will deduct, or I usually deduct 5 points if you write the word grammar in E. Okay? Don't write the word grammar with E. It's 5 points. You lose 5 points. Yes, because you keep writing it grammar, G-R-A-M-M-E-R, E-R, E-R. And I write it on the examination sheet, A-R. So you copy it in a wrong way. Grammar translation, oral, and communicative. So we have 3 methods, 3 prominent methods in the field of teaching EFL. Grammar translation, oral. By the way, oral are homophones. The same sound. Oral. Okay? But the first oral is related to listening, and the second oral is related to speaking. So the first oral means listening, and the second oral means speaking. Oral, this one related to speaking, and this one listening. And the third one is communicative. Notice how I'm saying it, communicative. Please don't say communicative. No, communicative. Before we elaborate on this, and this will be your assignment for next time. I want you to find the differences between these 3 teaching methods or approaches. Sometimes we say approach or method, and I'll explain what the difference is in a minute. I want you to look at these areas. Skills emphasized. So the grammar translation approach, what language skills does it emphasize? Does it focus on what skills? Listening, speaking, reading, writing, which skills of the language does it focus on? Also the same with oral. From what I said, the oral will focus on what? Listening and speaking. And the grammar translation, writing and reading. And the communicative, the 4 skills. Listening, speaking, reading and writing. So this one focuses on basically reading and writing. And the second one, listening and speaking. And the third one, all the 4 skills. So in terms of skills emphasized, you compare, you write here. How elements of the language are taught in each one, or how are the elements? 5 minutes I will be there. How are the elements presented, the elements of the language. I discussed this in the first part of the session. What do you mean by elements of the language? Vocabulary, grammar or structure, culture, pronunciation. Okay? So here we have 4. How grammar is presented, how culture is dealt with, how vocabulary is introduced, how pronunciation is emphasized, whether we emphasize pronunciation or not. Okay? So we have 4 areas in this one. You understand? Very good. Here in the first area, I'm referring to which skills are focused on by each approach. Okay? The second one, how the elements of the language are presented or taught or introduced. Culture, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. So here we have 4 areas. For the second one, we have 4 areas. And this is 1 area. So the total is how many? 5. So 1 and 2, 5 areas. So you will contrast 5 areas here. Understand? No. Still. Okay, number 6. This will be number 6. So this will be from 2 to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And this is number 6. Number 6, error, correction. Error correction. How is error dealt with according to each approach? Do we allow error to happen? Do we correct them or not? According to each method. Number 7, role of L1. L1 is what? First language. Role of L1. So in the grammar translation, is Arabic allowed and how much? In the oral. First language is allowed how much? Communicative approach. How do we use the first language? Do we use it all the time or part of the time or not at all? One of the approaches almost bans the use of the first language. I want you to tell me which method bans. What do you mean by ban? Taharram. So one of these methods almost bans the use of the first language in foreign or second language class. Is it the grammar translation or the oral or the communicative? Oral. Okay? So this is number 7. Number 8, role of the teacher. How is the teacher in each approach? Is the teacher friendly, dominating, authoritative, facilitator? What's the role of the teacher in each approach? Number 9, the role of the teacher, of course, differs according to the approach you are adopting. Number 9, role of the student. And number 10, type of syllabus. Syllabus, we discuss syllabus. Type of topics. Type of syllabus used. What type of syllabus do we use if we are adopting the grammar translation approach, if we are adopting the oral, or if we are adopting the communicative? I want you to find these information, or this information is not pluralized. I want you to find this information either within the book or from the internet or any methodology book, and we'll discuss it next time. Okay? Any questions? This is very, very important because some of the questions, especially in the mid-year, in the midterm exam, will focus on the differences among these three approaches. Okay, in the grammar translation, how is grammar presented? Is it deductively, inductively, or whatever? So you should learn how each one deals with the target language. Understand? Any questions? Do you have any questions? Okay.